Time to wait like 30 seconds to make sure that everything is going okay. I see it on Twitch. I'm gonna just go at everyone in the DN Discord and be like, hey.
Well, I don't want to be watching you, though. You ever think about that?
No, not at that person. At everyone.
I don't want to be watching.
I have bad news if you don't want to watch him, dude. Like, really bad news.
And what's that?
By
Close your eyes,
everyone,
I guess.
you were about to mention over 30 people. Are you sure? Yes. Send.
I hear there's so many.
Go watch.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. I was concerned, because initially I realized it's the same name as last episode, but I didn't see the word dungeon in crawling. I just saw crawling and I was like, what's crawling?
Wait, it's not the same name as last time.
Oh, I thought it was.
No. I don't remember what last time's was, but it was definitely not Crypt-crawling.
Trust
Regardless,
me, I have no
it was-
idea, but I promise.
Actually, I'm gonna go check real quick, because I'm kind of curious. I believe it's on the YouTube. I don't remember if I put the last one on the YouTube or not. Episode 13 is on the YouTube. Fat Bear, hello, Fat Bear.
Hello, Fat Bear, you've been missed, as have we.
Hello. Unfortunately, we are down 1 Tera tonight, but it'll be fine.
What terrible news.
I'll get you.
And your little dog, too. You're a little invisible dog, too.
I'll get your little fake dog, too. Your little wire dog.
You were so rude.
I'm sorry, but you said it so sad, and it made it so much funnier, too.
That's demented.
No, just, I'll get your little fake dog. That's so rude. Imagine
trying
watching
to
Scooby-Doo,
upload-
and after they're like, if it wasn't for you kids and your little dog, and they were like, that was kind of mean, guys.
I'm trying to
don't know
upload
if it's
episode 14 to YouTube. I know episode 13. I think all of them up to 13 are there.
Oh no, an ad.
Haha! Give me money.
Give me money. Technically.
I mean, yeah. Wolf just lost out on his cut of the Twitch payout because he didn't want to go get dinner with us. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna give you your money.
Lying about
Next time I
having a
see you,
dog.
I'm bringing you
Just
specifically
honest
out to
though.
dinner.
Just go into his, what's it called? His, like, Steam library.
Didn't
Pretty
go
much
because I
that.
was prepping for D&D that night, and that session ran horribly.
I heard about it. It was funny. Okay.
Yeah, that's not karma. I don't know what is.
Exactly. Okay, everyone roll a d20. Who did the intro last week? I did it, I believe. So
It
I
was
get
you.
advantage. I think. Pretty sure
You
I
do.
did. Because I rolled a nat 1 last week.
Woohoo.
Can I have advantage?
No, I rolled a nat 1, but luckily I had advantage. And rolled a 16.
I'm scared.
Darn.
Gosh darn it, I keep getting good rolls.
You mean darn?
For
The one person
you.
who thinks it would be fun to do the intro every
Let
week.
him. Go ahead.
You can give
Take
yourself
it, bud.
disadvantage if you want.
I
Yeah,
rolled a 19 for the first one.
roll again.
There's no way.
No way, what?
No way you get worse than me.
I got a 9.
Well, I got a 4, so roll that intro.
Oh my god, I got a 5.
Ooh. Okay,
didn't
I'm gonna
wanna
roll the
say it.
intro, and then Art gets
I
to...
was like, if I say I have a 5, no one else is gonna roll lower than me just because the universe heard me say it. I was so scared.
Because you got no memory. You got the
Okay,
poo
I'm
brain.
rolling the intro. back.
Welcome back to the Golden Oaks campaign. In our last episode, we wanted to take it a little easy, so we asked for a little side quest, and the DM provided. We received a nice little messenger at the door, a very terrified little man who neither Tuvala nor me remember the name of, nor do we need to, who came to deliver
Anton.
us, whatever, Andrew, a magical key. He also had a shiny little boomstick that he called a pistol that we didn't know much about, but was very interested in learning about. I'm going to try to get one later, just wait. Using this magical key, however, on a nearby door after reading its inscription, who left? Anyway, we
Sorry, go
opened the
ahead.
door
Go
once
ahead.
more to a magical little dungeon inside of our closet. Entering this dungeon through multiple sets of doors, we've so far discovered a library, a crypt, and an armory with some spooky statues and a few different beasties along the way. What will we do in this episode? I don't know. Let's find out. I think that was my best one yet.
I think it was.
I didn't
I'm
have
trying
my
to figure out.
headphones
Oh,
on, but
wait,
I'm
Wolf
sure.
did join back. Okay, good. So,
Oh yeah.
as you kind of finished off the whole left side of the crypt, you went through the library, you did a little bit of research in there, though most of the books are seemingly old and decrepit and, like, not readable. Unfortunately, Tara's not feeling well, so she's not going to be joining us. So, you went through the library, then you found 2 locked doors, either breaking the lock or picking it. I believe one of each. On those 2 doors, you found an armory with some smaller rust monsters, and then you found I believe it was like a more traditional crypt room with, I believe it was either 6 or 8 sarcophagi, each filled with skeletons, some of which attacked you, some of which stayed closed. You also saw a large statue of the god of death, whose name I'm trying to remember, that seemed to be protected by some shadow magic. After the fight with the Skelly Boys, you looked into one of the now empty tombs and just looked down into infinite void beneath it. Going from there, you went back into the larger hall, and I believe Yo said that you wanted to take a short rest as the door was still open. Tara says that she's not feeling well and is going to go lay down and read some more about bees. But if y'all would like, you can take a short rest.
Sure. I don't know why the short rest was funny, but it's
No,
hee.
I saw something in the Twitch chat, is all.
Was it Arkansas?
What?
Was it about Arkansas?
I didn't even
There
see
was-
that part yet,
There's
but
definitely
yeah.
one of them about Arkansas. That's very confusing.
yes,
What's going on with Arkansas?
I have caused much chaos in a different Discord.
The god of death's name is Barris, by the way. So, I assume, unless there's anything you want to do in preparation for going through the rest of the crypt, after your short rest. Now, a short rest is 8 hours in this world, so it is the next day. But you can reopen the door if you closed it, or if you just propped it open. It's still open, and the inside seems relatively the same.
I'm gonna say, normally I wouldn't do this. I'm gonna say we closed it purely because I don't want anything in to come in.
Okay. So as the three of you go back the next day, the door opens to Vala. I believe you have the highest perception, right?
Oh, by far, yes.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception check.
I shall. That will be. Ooh, does a 27 work?
It does, not by a ton though.
Oh,
Beating a
my
DC
cockiness has been shot down.
25 perception check. As you open the door and kind of step into this large great hall, you don't see anything different. But as you kind of take a couple of steps in, you almost hear like whispers coming from the walls. And it's very faint, and it quickly fades away, and you don't hear it anymore. It's just for a few seconds as you enter. Neither of the other two of you hear it.
The walls have ears. Okay.
What languages do you speak?
I believe it's gonna be like Sylvan, Elvish.
Okay. Because you beat it by a few, I will say you hear kind of bits and pieces of Sylvan, though you did not roll high enough to get full sentences or anything like that.
I can speak with animals.
You heard a tiny, tiny bit of Sylvan.
Okay. Just enough to like identify what the language was.
Yeah. If you had rolled above a 30, I would have given you a sentence or two, but that was the extra hard difficulty.
Yeah. Hey, I appreciate it. Okay. Well, fellas, if we're planning on going back in today, let's definitely keep an eye out. I feel like we made it mad.
Are you sure you wish to go back in there today?
Unless you had something else planned, dear. I mean, we could always wait for Tara.
No, I don't. I just don't like that place.
Aw, gives you the spooks.
That's one way of putting it.
Do you have another way of putting it? Some insight we might not know?
No.
I only ask for your religious past. Okay. Greg, what do you think? Door or no door?
Wasn't there a rust bug in there?
There was.
Can we put it in vinegar to dissolve it if it's made of rust?
They aren't made of rust. They eat it.
Can we put it in vinegar so it starves?
You might just make it mad.
What's it gonna do? It's in the vinegar.
If it gets mad enough, it may no longer be in the vinegar. It may then be in our living room.
Greg has a hammer. It's spiky on one side.
A hammer made of what?
War pick,
Metal.
not rust.
Not rust. Okay.
Hi.
Tell you what if I flip a coin? Heads we go in, tails we don't.
I'm going.
Hmm?
We can go in. I just wanted to make sure.
Sure. All right, yeah, let's head back in.
Okay.
Can we
I would
drown it
like
in
to
the pot?
read-
Maybe. I don't think it breathes water.
The forever pot?
The pot not made of metal.
The
Made of
pot is
magic.
made of like cast iron.
Made of
Oh, I
magic.
thought it was like terracotta.
No, I've always pictured it as like a cast iron cauldron.
Me too. We never really specified, so everyone just kind of had to guess.
You do know that there is another half of the crypt that you just haven't seen yet, so just want to put that out there. You don't have to go back and touch the rust monsters.
I wasn't too into going back into that room, yeah. I say we go ahead and check that out. I mean, we didn't find any keys in there, which is the concerning part. Because I feel like not using keys is a bad thing in a dungeon opened by a key. And then on the inside of the door on the right-hand side that we didn't go to from the main hallway, it was like there was like a statue in there, or was it just an inscription?
I believe it had an inscription on it.
If you want to like worm your way back under the door and tell us what the inscription says.
I don't remember if it was in a language I could read.
I missed a good handful of the room details because I
didn't miss that part.
So you can read it.
And I would have been able to read that.
Yep.
I
will pull it back up. So just to reiterate, as you walked in the room, it was a circular room with a statue in front of you. There was a door on the left and a door on the right with intricate-looking locks, but with no obvious way to open it. In front of the statue was almost like a bird bath filled with sand, with some inscriptions around the side, look like arcane runes. And then the statue was holding a book, and the book said, "I am the beginning of the end and the end of before." Written in Elvish.
I am the beginning of the
It's
end
just
and the
death,
end of
isn't
before.
it?
I am the beginning of the end and the end of before.
I'll come back through and repeat. It's the end of the beginning and the beginning of before.
That sounds to me.
That sounds like how I describe my birthday.
Do
every
you?
year.
Oh, it does. Okay. Did you say it wrong? And if so, did you mean to say it wrong?
I think I did, and if I did, it was intentional.
End of the beginning and beginning of Nope, that's what you
And
said.
the end of before.
Well, that's what you know, so
The beginning of the end and the end of before.
that is what I
Regardless,
said.
it makes me think of two things. In character, I think of death because it sounds like death to me. Second of all, I've played enough God of War to know what this is. You write in the sand the word, and then a thing happens.
That is the inspiration behind this puzzle. Yes, congratulations. You've
What
called
if I
out my
eat
pop
the
culture
sand?
reference.
So, question is, do we break the lock and all go in the room? Also, did the statue look like the one in the crypt?
No, it was a different statue.
It was a different statue.
It's a different
Okay.
statue.
In character, my brain hurts. Out of character, my brain hurts, but it also reminds me of a thing I read about someone talking about, like, the Big Bang Theory, etc. And they were like, the universe is exploding all the time, forever expanding. And sometimes, if something explodes hard enough, dust wakes up and realizes it's alive.
What's this
Dust
door
wakes
made
up
of?
and realizes it's alive.
That would
What'd you
be
say,
us.
Stella?
What's the door made of?
The one into the room that you snuck under is just it's like a thick wooden door. So while it wouldn't be easy to break through, you could. I believe it was just a simple padlock. Or no, this one wasn't a...
This one was a door lock.
It was a door lock. I'm trying to
I
remember.
thought it was a padlock.
This one is a padlock. I'm sorry. Because the library just wasn't locked. This one is a padlock, and then in the library there was a padlock and a door lock. So this one is just a simple, like, iron padlock on the outside of it.
Still have a war pick.
While they're discussing that, I'm gonna squeeze back under the door and try and find if anything, and see what I'll like. Give a more thorough investigation of the room, looking for
Okay, go ahead
anything that
and
could
give
be
me an
dangerous.
investigation check.
Savala,
Yes, dear.
Specifically in the
Greg,
nature
go
of
on.
creatures that could have been through here. I'd say 14.
A 14? As far as trying to figure out what kind of creature has come through here, it's kind of hard to tell. Unlike a lot of places that seem to have been not touched for a long time, there's no dust anywhere in this room or in this crypt that you've found. There was the spider webs in that crypt room, but it seems like whatever magic, because obviously you're in a magical place, probably extraplanar.
I'm gonna
Due to the
choose
nature
not
of
to
it?
make that connection.
Wait, what?
I'm gonna choose not to make the connection to magic
Okay.
as in character, but I will
Yeah,
keep
that's
in
fine.
mind that it's there.
But like, there's no dust or anything, so you can't check footprints or anything like that. And the doors are quite large for doors. They're probably 8 foot tall, 2 to 3 feet wide. So it's not like only goblins could come through. There's
Right.
a menagerie of creatures that could fit through any of these
Are the other
doors.
There's 2 more doors in this room, right?
Yes, there are 2
One does not
identical
simply
doors
walk
that
into most-
are stone with looking like intricate metal work in them. That they kind of it's one of those doors that it locks by an external means. And then there's like bars that come across from the wall into the door or from the
They
door
seem
into
to be
the
locked
wall.
currently.
Both of them do currently.
Oh.
They also look identical.
I'll make my way back out.
Okay.
Greg,
Damn.
go bonk.
There's the 2 large doors on the side that are both locked. I don't like how there's not dust around.
People tend to like it when things aren't dusty.
Yes, but that usually means something's there.
Fair enough.
You also want to go through here?
I'd say so.
No worry.
Nothing could happen in the first room, could it?
Technically, this is not the first room, because technically we're currently standing in the first room. This would be the second.
Something
A
different.
hallway's
saying
not
it
a
out of-
room.
Out of character.
It's a
Depends on your
walking
definition of a
room.
room.
It's a walking room.
If you say walking room to me one more time, I'm gonna lose it.
Walking
It's a transition room. It is a room designed specifically for transit between other rooms.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to. I don't think I have anything that can get through the door.
All
Yeah,
right.
unless we're
So
trying to
hallways
go
are
the long
considered
way
public
and do-
transportation.
Yes, every hallway is now public territory.
Real walking room moment. Oh god.
The room just gets up and walks away.
Wheels, no.
That's a train.
It's a train.
A trolley. A trolley is a portable transit room.
So wait, are trolleys just portable hallways?
No.
Is that the
They're a
conclusion that we're
vehicle.
coming to?
Vehicle.
They are an enclosed room on a set, like, there is still a set parameter. Like cars, you can drive wherever you want to go. A trolley is just where the trolley is designed to lead.
A trolley is just a public portable hallway.
Yes.
I don't have time to unravel this. Greg, break the door down.
It's a portable living room. It's got so
Oh
many
my-
little couches.
I have a.
It's
I, ha-
portal
I just.
room.
I want so bad Greg to have said all of this and it be canon that Greg now thinks that trolleys, something that does not exist in the world, to be portable hallways.
Yeah.
Oh
You
gosh.
saved it. Do you light your magic flame sword to attack the wooden door?
Oh, we might need to close that later. No, but I'm saying it's like jazz, because Greg's constantly just spouting absolute nonsense.
Yes.
No,
Greg
I'm
is
gonna warpick
secretly
it.
a warlock, but instead of having like a patron of the world, the patron is just Bunny.
Does a 26 hit the
Yeah, it
padlock?
hits the lock. Yes. Roll damage.
A D8 plus 5. Cool. Ten.
As Greg is just going on and on about portable hallways, he just smacks the padlock off the door and it scatters across the ground.
Oh. Well done, Greg.
Thank you. This means Greg's wins.
I'll open the door.
Okay.
Go
The door is now
the
open,
door.
and all three of you can now look at this statue, holding a book.
Statue
Looks like
holding.
the kind of man who's never been on a portable hallway. Am I
Is
right,
the-
fellas?
See, I'm the
Is-
before of the end and the end of the before.
The train also be one, especially like the hospitality trains that have like bunks and kitchens and everything.
The train is just a fast portable hallway.
I mean, cause like a trailer or like a mobile
Okay.
home is still considered a room or a home.
First off, a train is obviously an animal that follows commands.
A train
'Cause
is a
they've been
mechanical,
trained,
animalistic
Buddy,
hallway.
it doesn't matter to a parasite.
No, I'm saying like the word training
A
would be
house
around.
is a house no matter
it
what
shouldn't
kind of
train be
meat
good.
it's got. It doesn't matter if it's metal. Like,
Ah, yes.
I'm going to lose my mind. That's all.
Something bugging
Okay,
you, my
here's
friend.
Golden Oak's newest merch. It just says a house is a house no matter what kind of meat it has. That
I'll
is,
go buy vinyl tomorrow.
it's just a blank shirt with that written across it.
I'll go
A
buy
house is a
vinyl and a
house.
bunch of t-shirts tomorrow. We'll make an Etsy.
You could just.
Or I can
buy it.
rebrand my Etsy.
You know, I gotta say something. These
No, you
bugs would
don't.
be really bad for modern infrastructure.
Wasn't listening. One more time.
Is the book made of stone?
Yes, it is stone.
Made of
It is the
book.
same stone as the statue. It looks like the same carving.
All right.
The book
This
is
is
a
good.
part of the statue.
A book is a part of the house. It's part of the food. It's part of the meat.
Meat house.
Love my meat house.
I mean, like, isn't that just all modern infrastructure is to these things?
Inscription on the book.
Later, Greg has to go home and learn to embroider so he can hang up a little, like, a little embroidered sign in a picture frame with, like, little flowers on it, and it says, "Meat, sweet meat," instead of "Home, sweet home."
Okay, so how are y'all solving the puzzle?
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
Same.
Spelljammer time.
Rocks fall.
You
Everyone
put me in
dies.
space.
I
That'll
invent
fix
I
the problem.
invent the technology of spelljammers to solve
You
the puzzle.
put me out of my misery for that.
I'm sure putting me in
Okay,
space
wait,
will
what did
fix
this thing
this
say
issue.
again?
Meat, sweet meat.
I've done said it so many wrong ways in my head. I've forgotten the right
Oh,
one.
the puzzle? It says, I am the beginning of the end and the end of before.
I am the beginning of the end and the end of before.
Because you can't have it before if it's dead. I want to write death in the bowl of sand with my hand.
Okay, you write death. Nothing happens. Well, what
Well.
language do you write it in?
Preferably Sylvan.
Sylvan?
Or yeah.
The book, the puzzle is written in Elvish.
Oh, I thought it was Sylvan. Okay,
No,
Elvish.
the
Sorry.
Sylvan was the voices that you heard.
That's what it was.
I can
In the
write it in
Sorry.
Grung.
In the beginning of before.
In Grung,
Oh.
it's just a skull. It's just a picture of a skull.
Don't know that.
I'm really trying to figure this out, but every time I go to think of it, I
Keep
know for a
saying
fact
it
I keep doing it
backwards.
wrong.
The
Says,
beginning
"I
of the
am-"
end and the end of the beginning.
I've messed myself up now and I can't get it right.
Can you see it
Can I see
B
it
of the
where?
E and the E of the B.
on the roll 20? Can you see it now?
I am the beginning of the end and the end of before.
Good
Clearly,
job.
the answer is
Head into the
door.
sand.
Answer is door.
Okay, so Truvali, you write death
It could
in
be.
what language?
And Elvin.
In Elvish. Nothing happens.
I'm about to spit in that sand.
Oh.
So the
Christ.
doors are made of stone, right?
Yeah.
Don't like you confirming
Hello,
what the
Smokey
doors
the
are made
Cloud
of.
420.
Yo. Who wants to skip this?
Hello, Smokey.
What are you about
What'd you
to
say,
try
Wolf?
to do?
Who wants to skip this?
Skip what?
I mean,
we
it'd be a
just
one-way
got
trip.
here.
I have to melt into stone. We can just go through the door.
You're just gonna melt the door?
I'm in character. I would not do this, but I have the ability to just go into the door and then come out the other side.
The only problem is you wouldn't be able to bring anyone with you. You want to get into D&D so bad? Do it. It's fun.
I mean, the area is touched, so I could technically. Could I cast it on someone else?
No, because you touch it on the door.
Oh yeah, never mind. It'd just be me.
Yeah,
Never mind.
you could get through either of these.
By yourself.
Yeah. They could not take the party. I wouldn't want to take the party though. At least not in character.
Oh, I was
Yo.
like, what do you mean you wouldn't want to take the party?
Smokey says how to get into D&D. Well, you need a group. Now, that being said, if you're
Time.
interested, I have a Facebook groups are good. I also have a public Discord for my D&D streams, and I plan on eventually running viewer games. If you're interested in that, I cannot remember for the life of me if the link to join the Discord is below the stream. If it is not, then I will for sure post a link for it. I don't see it. You don't have a PC? That's fine.
All right.
You can use your phone.
My suggestion:
I have managed to play it on my phone before.
if you have friends who are also interested in D&D, just like pull up the Dungeon Master Guide on your phone as well as the player handbook, and either you or one of them try DMing. Sure, it'll be
Well,
absolutely scuffed, but it can still be
Yes,
fun.
dear.
right time.
Right time.
Yeah. I can't read what you wrote, so you have to do it.
So yeah, Smokey, if
Alright.
you join that Discord, I'm going to eventually do some viewer games when I have more time. And if you're interested in playing, I'll be picking followers and subscribers to
Life.
play D&D.
It could be life.
Life?
Yeah. You don't start dying until you're alive, and you aren't alive until you are, so the before can no longer exist.
That hurted
Oh,
my
wait.
head a little bit.
Resolve the riddle.
Listen, man, I'm a frog.
I do. Fair enough. I do want to try both Wolf's earlier suggestion and Greg's current suggestion of time, however.
So you're trying time and life?
Well, not consecutively, but like, or like not at the same time, but you know.
Well, yeah. Okay,
Wait,
so
I
as you
suggested
approach
life.
to kind of right time, you see where you had written death as you go to reach into the bowl to write a new thing, you see it almost, you know that sensation of you can watch sand vibrate and it'll flatten itself out? It does like that, and it flattens out again as you go to write. Which one do you do first?
I'm gonna write time first.
Okay.
Because Wolf guesses everything is time.
You write
Am
time.
I wrong though?
You take your hand out for
Everything
a second.
is time.
Nothing seems to happen, and then you try life.
Yes.
Pause.
Money is not time, but time is. Yes, the answer is money.
The answer
Is
is
that
always
the
Similar thing
beginning of the
happens where the sand
before
kind of vibrates
end of
and
the
flattens
beginning?
itself out as you write life, but nothing happens.
Mate, I accidentally closed out of the one in the roll 20. Is it the?
Yeah, if you
I'm
go
sorry.
to
Okay,
world, no, not world. Go to encounters, Valtor's crypt, sand bath
Thank you.
puzzle.
Thank you.
Yep.
Because I was fairly certain it
Greg is
wasn't the
about
beginning
to
of
spit in the sand.
the before. I am the
Sand's gonna
beginning
be
of the
poisonous.
end and the end of before.
Greg is saying out loud, "I'm about to spit in the sand."
If I press my ear up
I'm
to
not
one
gonna
of the
stop that.
doors, can I hear anything?
Give me a perception check.
Absolutely.
Hey, thanks
The
for the
dice
follow,
gods
Smokey.
are not in my favor. I feel it.
End of.
They were not. It's a 17.
A 17? I mean, that's definitely not bad. As you press your ear up, do you do the left door or the right door?
I thought you were gonna ask if I did the left or right ear, and I was like, does it matter?
No, it doesn't.
Uh,
Left or right door?
I'm
Because
gonna
there's different
do-
things behind the doors.
What's behind the doors?
I can't tell you that until you open them.
Dang it! I'm gonna do the left
I-
door.
The left door, you don't hear
Yeah.
anything.
Why? Okay.
You can try the right door too if you want.
Okay, how did you say they were barred exactly?
It looks like there's very intricate metal locks, like with some sort of beam that interlocks it with. It's like having 8 deadbolts that are like 1 inch thick, going around the door.
And there's no like inscription around the door or around the sandpit.
Well, I mean, there's arcane runes on the sandpit, but there's no inscriptions around the doors. Actually, I would say kind of in the center of the door, you see a large, what's probably copper or brass circle that looks like this would be the thing that turns to unlock the
Yeah.
door, and you see the same inscriptions that are on the like bird bath type structure. The same ones that go around its edge are on both of the copper circles.
Right. I want to try riding Barris.
Okay. You write Barris in it, nothing seems to happen.
I get inspiration for remembering Barris now.
It's literally written in the Roll20. So
I
no.
know.
Oh, we don't know how
The
to
letter E.
The
You write
letter.
You write the Elvish letter for E.
I'm gonna be so mad.
Yes.
You see as the runes start to light up. 'Cause
I'm
that
mad.
is the answer.
Dude.
Thank
This is
you,
the-
internet. Because that
This
was
was the-
great.
So
This was
I'm
the first
mad.
thing my head popped up with whenever I was looking at this, but then I kept saying it wrong in my head, and I'm like, beginning and before don't have the same letter at the beginning and the end of the word. Then I'm looking at this, and I'm like, wait a minute. Those aren't the words that were in those places.
You're all thinking like death, existential crisis mode. Stella walks up and writes the Elvish letter for E in the sand. You see all
Stella
of the
draws
runes light
Markiplier
up
as the Lord
on the
Farquaad.
sand pit,
so mad.
and then on both of the doors. And you see the center wheels kind of start turning, and you see all of the deadbolts retracting into the door.
Stella just
Consider
draws
my feathers
Markiplier fan
ruffled.
art.
Tuvala
Hey,
looks
Midas.
annoyed. Yes?
I'm gonna time out Wolf in the chat.
Again?
Why?
Yeah, they've earned it.
Okay.
No, it said I have to try again later.
No idea why. Okay, so
Take that.
So it opens.
well, I have to do what I have to do. Slash.
Yeah.
I still got
timeout.
one in there first.
Oh well, it'll be gone. I mean, it's a true statement, and it'll be gone soon. Ah.
Mark is complete. Okay.
Oh, will it be gone soon? Because it's like time gone soon, huh?
Oh, nice.
I'm not salty. You're salty.
I feel like we'd have
wasn't
a
salt,
lot
it was
more
sand.
time if we got places through a portable hallway instead of walking everywhere.
I'm gonna lose
my mind.
cast
I'm gonna
augury
not make
before
this
going
out of-
down either of these hallways.
Well, let me describe them real quick, because one of them isn't a hallway.
Oh.
The one to your left, you see, is kind of this long, dark tunnel hallway. The one on your right opens up to a fairly large room. You see it kind of opens up into the corner of it. But you see a massive pile of gold and jewels and what looks to be like magic items.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely casting augury with that there.
Okay.
That me as a character, that's bad vibes.
It's
Yeah, it is.
sizable enough to be like a young or adult dragon's hoard.
A what?
Though there is no visible signs of a dragon. I realized as soon as I said it that y'all are immediately gonna go, oh, there's a dragon. I want to reiterate, you see zero signs of a dragon other than a pile of gold.
I want you to know that I did not think that, first off. No dragons. I did not imagine them.
Okay. Okay. So you're casting augury.
I think I'm funny.
By casting, yada yada yada.
The results of a specific action that you plan to take within the next 30 minutes.
I didn't even know
This
you had
spell
augury.
doesn't take into account any possible circumstances that might change the outcome, such as the casting of additional spells or the loss or gain of a companion. Okay. So what is the question that you're asking? Or what is the specific course of action that you...
Plan on taking?
Going down the left tunnel first. Like going left first.
Going left first and then going right, or just going down the left tunnel?
Like going down the left tunnel, doing everything there is there, and then coming and doing the right one.
Okay. So you take out marked sticks, tokens, or bones.
I believe the
Roll
last time we
them.
cast this, you let me use die as the thematic thing.
Oh, that's right, that's right. You mix a couple of your magic dyes, looking for a couple of colors. I believe it was like green, blue, and red or something like that. Or, I don't remember. But for going down the left path, doing what there is to do there, and then coming back. I mean, I would say that you probably get what is considered weal and woe, both good and bad results.
Okay.
Augury is not very specific, in my opinion.
Basically, what it's saying is like, if there's an imminent threat, it will be bad. If it is only good things, it is good.
Yeah.
And if it's not so bad but not so good, it'd be wheel and woe.
Okay, well then I would probably say weal and woe.
All right. No.
Or wait. Going left first. I'm sorry, no. It would not be. Weal and woe would be if you go to the right first. Going to the left first, I guess that would lean more towards woe. So, my bad.
Okay. Well, I don't think we should take the left path. After looking at my sticks and stones,
Well, dear, of course,
I-
I trust your opinion.
I don't know about the right side, but the left seems to be bad.
I'm fine with going down the right. Let's check it out.
Greg will
Okay.
go in.
Y'all are going to the treasure vault? That was the right path?
That sounds.
That is what we did.
Okay.
Let's do
You'll
it.
kind of walk into this fairly large room. You see this large pile of gold in the center, and there's like a couple of gold pieces scattered across the room. They're not all directly in the center. You see there's almost like a walkway around the edge of the center pile of gold, but it's fairly large. It's taller than any one of you, and 20 feet wide-ish? 20-foot wide diameter circle of gold pieces, gems, what looks to be a couple of magic items. Then there's kind of a couple of smaller pieces scattered around the room, maybe some gathered up in the corners.
Don't touch anything. So
Agreed.
it's pretty much just treasure.
Go ahead and give me your choice of either a perception or investigation check.
God knows that my investigation is crap, so.
The other two of you can also do it if you so
It-
choose.
It
18.
might be a good idea to. What was the two options?
Either perception or investigation. And Tavala, would you say you rolled?
18.
18?
Yes.
I mean,
17.
you don't see. There's no doors leading to other rooms. You see, like, there's kind of like this nice chandelier hanging from the ceiling that's giving the room light. But it looks like a vault of treasure.
Tavala,
Yes, dear.
it might be a good idea to cast Detect Magic here.
Side
Okay.
note to anyone in town, we're under a flood warning until 6 a.m.
Fun.
Ah, that's great knowing that I live like right next to the big ditch. I got the small ones, but like the big one, like the main water ditch.
Oh
yeah,
no, me
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Detect Magic.
Just a sec.
What do I see, Magic Book Man? I say that like anything in this campaign has come from a physical book.
I mean, you've seen some of it has. Some of the creatures have.
Oh, what do you know?
You see, like, some of the items kind of within the horde show up as magical, mostly enchantment.
Okay.
But, I mean, you don't see any magical traps. You see the door lights up as magic. And if you look kind of back out into the other room, you see the statue and the bird feeder full of sand, and the other door is magic. But within the room itself, it just looks like there's like a magic helmet, a magic cup, maybe a couple other smaller items.
A magic cup, you say?
Yeah.
Me do like you shiny.
It's like a golden chalice with a couple of gems on it. And it's giving off transmutation vibes.
So is
I'm
there
sorry,
anything dangerous in here?
I could only hear that as like a white girl. It's giving
Mhm,
transmutation.
Yeah, your detect
Love
magic is just you hear a voice in your head, and it's just a basic white girl.
Oh God.
I'd have
Is
it
that
no
why
other
t-
way.
Is that why Taval is always so mad?
Okay, well, I don't see anything particularly dangerous. A few things enchanted, perhaps, but I mean, it's not immediately bad.
Alright. It should be fine to take then, yes.
I'm gonna go over to the cup and I'm gonna like
Just
poke it with.
Just so you know, the cup is not
Yep.
like at the base of the pile. It is a little higher up.
Yes.
It's not tip top.
Okay.
There's the kind of helmet that looks enchanted is at the top. It's probably like you would have to go into the pile a little bit, but not too much.
Can I fly?
You can fly, yeah. I mean, you
You're gonna Scrooge McDuck this?
No, I just want to not necessarily touch the coins, but I do want to push the cup over.
I'm begging you.
I thought you were
Scrooge
saying the cup was
McDuck it.
buried.
No, it's not buried. Like, I guess it would be partially buried. Like, it's sticking out of the pile about halfway to 3/4 up to the top of it, where the helmet is sitting on top.
Okay. Well, I mean, okay, so it seems kind of obvious. All of the doors are just open. Theoretically, we could just take it and then bring it into the house, and it would just be ours.
Yes.
Hmm.
Question. How much of all this... You know what? I have a wardrobe.
I have a question. So if I put an immovable rod somewhere and I turn it on, can I later then like turn it off and take it with me?
Yeah,
There's how they work.
I'm just checking.
you can
Okay.
activate and deactivate it, yes.
Well, thinking about it, I kind of would like to place the immovable rod in front of the other door that we didn't go down at like tripping level.
Okay.
Yes.
Like in the hallway one?
Yeah, like
Just as
so
an attempt
instead
to
of the
trip something?
yeah, so if something comes like barreling down the way, there's a little thing like just like I'm saying like maybe a foot above the ground,
It's
probably not
amazing.
even. Just so that if something comes barreling out, at least we might have advantage because it trips and
That's
smacks
amazing.
down. So I think I want to do that first.
Okay, you go and you set it.
Stella, do you want to do the honors or should I with the gold hoard?
I don't mind.
Pop open that wardrobe, baby.
I'll open up. I'll stick my wardrobe up against the wall then, and
Okay.
I'll keep the part of it closed because like I don't want people messing with my stuff. But I'll open up some of the drawers and stuff that are empty
Yeah.
and be like, here.
I believe there's 2 or 3 drawers in the bottom that you usually just
Yeah.
keep loot in. So you pull up the wardrobe on the side, and you 3 are going to start shoveling gold into it.
Yep.
Okay, I need
Guess
all
so.
3 of you to make
should
me a
probably
dex
open
save.
its magic first.
Every
What are we
time.
making?
Dex save!
You hear what I said?
And also roll initiative.
No.
Nay, the magic items though.
We didn't
Valor
even
roll
do
15.
anything that
Dexterity.
Greg's about to have to
Dex save.
beat ass because y'all don't know.
I rolled a 13 on initiative and dex.
I rolled an
Dear
18 on
God.
initiative and a 13 on dex.
Greg, what did
Dear
you
God,
roll
hold
on
on.
initiative?
I rolled a 20.
Okay.
I
Look,
didn't
look,
want a
he
20.
was
I don't
very-
like going first.
Okay, I'm gonna
What
call
did
it.
you
Remember
roll on your
Grind
dex
out.
save?
Huh?
What'd you roll on your dex save?
I'm working on that. I'm not
Gotcha.
gonna lie to you, I did not have my character sheet up.
Why?
That's completely
I'm
fine.
stupid.
Oh
I
wait, I
rolled
need
a
more dice.
14, and then I have plus 3
14 on the
dex.
dex save?
Yeah, and a plus 3.
Okay. So only one of you fails. That being Tuvala. Tuvala, are you low on health?
Yeah, pretty low.
Oh,
Not doing well.
well, that sucks. Yes, Greg, why are you holding your hand up?
Oh, my camera wouldn't focus, and I have to
Oh.
do it slowly, or it'll just ignore me.
Gotcha. I completely forgot that y'all weren't at full health.
I am.
Or throwing a monstrosity at us? Yes.
He's thrown a dragon at us, clearly.
It's not a
This is-
dragon.
Oh
It is
my
considered a
gosh.
monstrosity,
It's the
though.
Draco Lich. It's the Draco Lich I've been talking about this whole time.
It's gonna
He's
be the
finally done it.
horde. It's the horde golem.
I have a fun idea. What if we go home? It's like 20 feet that way.
Okay.
I feel like it's too late to go home
I will
now,
also
dude.
say I did say we should
Like
get the
it's
magic
20
items
feet that
first,
way.
even if I don't know if anyone heard me,
Ooh,
but I did say
ooh,
that.
Tuvala, you take 30 points of acid damage. I rolled pretty dang good. Stella, you take 15, but you are resistant to acid, so you take 7.
Yes.
You take 15 points of acid damage. And I believe Tuvala's down, right?
I think. Wait, isn't it like twice and double your points that murders you?
That would be if so if 30 went over your maximum in the negatives.
Okay.
So
yeah.
for example,
you have
if you were at
45
1
max,
HP,
I would have to
Yeah.
do 60 to instant you.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what did this thing roll on initiative? It did have advantage.
Close to
but I
us.
think its first one is good. Where is your initiative modifier? Yeah, okay. Start. So, as you, all three of you, go to, like, start grabbing gold and shoveling it in, you grab kind of the first layer of gold pieces that are real before you hit something fleshy underneath it. And right at that moment, you see just up a little bit, you see, like, teeth come out of the gold hoard and open up, and poison spray hits all of you, or acid spray. My bad. It's called caustic mist. And you see what is essentially a gigantic mimic that is the entire pile of gold. Greg, you're up
Yeah, I
first.
think
What
we
would you
just-
like to
yeah.
do?
Can this thing fit through the door? Quick question.
It could probably squeeze through.
Greg's checking inventory.
Oh no, the consequences of my actions.
I mean, you all said yourself, this is a trap, and then proceeded to take gold.
I know
Just
that.
saying. So, Greg, you're up. What do you do?
I guess I'm gonna start by using my bonus for raging.
Okay. Bonus action, rage.
Yuppers. Can I use an action to give my health potion to Davala?
Yeah, you
Okay,
can
okay.
action feed someone else a potion. Typically, how I run it is bonus action potion yourself, action potion someone else.
Okay.
Okay.
Davala, you get a normal health potion.
So is that 1d4 plus 1, or is it 2d4 plus 2?
I'm pulling it up again.
I don't remember.
Clicking. 2d4 plus 2.
Gotcha. So, Tuvala, you can go ahead and roll that.
Okay. And
I think it's very funny because what it means is it came back to my turn, and I went, Jazz! And just shoved a potion into Davala's mouth as my
Yes.
sword lit fire.
So does
Oh,
it
did
just
you
mean
light
that
your
I?
sword
Oh
or
no,
did you go
not
into
Jazz!
a rage?
I did the rage, which means I
did
just
rage.
screamed and then I put the
Yeah,
health
sword
potion.
will be next turn.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so
I knew it was some
Tuvala
kind of
heals
yelling
7.
man.
Yes.
Cool. So
Does that
Tuvala's up
just
to
bring
7?
me back to life, or does it?
Yeah, you're up to 7 hit points. You are no longer unconscious.
Nice.
Stella, you're up.
Alright, seeing as Tavala is up, I'm gonna do Emboldening Bond on the entire group.
Okay.
And then for my bonus action, I would like to cast Sanctuary on Tavala.
Okay.
I don't remember what emboldening
That
bond
brings
is.
us to the Horde Mimic's turn.
Also,
It's going to roll to see if it gets its Caustic Mist back, which it does. It's not going to use it this turn, though. 1 bite and 2 pseudopod attacks. Okay, so its 1 bite is going to go after Greg. Greg, that is a 23 to hit.
Yep.
And then it's going to make 1 pseudopod attack against each of the other 2 people. Well, hold on, let me roll that damage
it
first.
must make a Wisdom save if it goes after Tavala.
Oh my gosh, I rolled amazing.
I
Do
go
what?
mimic versus mimic.
Okay, so on the bite attack, Greg, you take 24 reduced to 12 piercing damage, and then you take 9 points of acid damage, which is not reduced. So, what is that?
Right.
21, I think?
I put them
It
in
needs to
separately.
roll
So.
a wisdom save in order to hit.
It needs to hit Tavala, but like unless it's using an area of effect.
It rolls
Basically, if it targets
super-
Tavala, it uses.
Flammable?
It rolled a
Basically, if it
25.
targets Tavala, it rolls a Wisdom save. On a pass,
Mhm.
it can still attack. On a fail, it must choose a different target.
Yeah.
Spell lasts for a minute.
It did roll a 25. Is that each time it
That
attacks it?
we're all dead.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Double check that for me, but I'm gonna go ahead and roll the
You
hit.
ward a creature within range against attack. Until the spell ends, any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or a harmful spell must first make a Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attacker's spell.
Okay. So rolling its attacks, one of them does hit Stella, but the one misses Tuvala. So let me see, how much damage is that?
Can I
Oh,
use
wait.
Sentinel on that? I don't know how close we
Oh.
are.
Yeah, you can.
Awesome.
I'm assuming within 5 feet since we were touching the gold and it is the gold.
Stella, you take 9 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are glued to the mimic. You are considered grappled. And then, Greg, you can make your attack.
Yuppers, that's gonna be the war pick. Jesus Christ, I forgot what I accidentally closed a page. I don't know which one it was, but I'm praying it wasn't an important one. Does a 19 hit?
Yes, very much so.
Sick. Alright, I lost my spot. 1d8 plus 5.
Don't forget the +2 because you're raging.
Yeah.
And also the 2d4 poison damage.
Ooh, I made an 8 on the d8.
Okay, so that's 15 piercing damage plus the poison damage.
I did not roll poison yet. Sorry,
You're fine.
All
I believe
over the
it's...
place.
Is it 2d4 or is it 2d6?
that's what I'm trying to find. It's 2d4.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that.
Both 3s, so 6. Oh, it was the Twitch I closed.
With 6 points of damage. That's a heck of a hit. That's 21 points total. And that's going to
Not my
end
best
its turn. Tuvala, you're up.
Okay, bear with me. I'm about to do something that I've never tried before. I want to cast Summon Fae at
Okay.
3rd level.
I really thought you were
Sidebar
gonna go.
question?
I want to wild shape into a mimic.
I mean, I was kind of tempted because it'd be Mimic v Mimic, and then there's also a chance that it could like, because I don't know, the thing worked with the boulders, so.
It
But
does
yeah,
actually speak common, so
the
the mimic,
mimic?
does. Yeah, you could just talk to it. But okay, wait. So how does summon Fae work?
Okay, so essentially you call forth a Fae spirit and manifest an unoccupied space that you see within range. Basically you choose a mood for it, which gives it like its ability.
Mm-hmm.
It's an ally to you and your combatant. It basically takes its turn after me, I believe.
Okay.
So the mood I'm gonna give it specifically is mirthful.
Mirthful.
So
Okay.
it's gonna pop up as a little. I don't know a lot of
Clown.
Fae creatures. I'm gonna I'm gonna say it's gonna be like a little gobbo guy, a little nice sweet little goblin.
Oh, Gabagoo.
They're pretty much Fae. Gabagoo. His name Gabagoo Electric Boogaloo.
Amazing.
Basically
Part
the Fae creature can force one creature it can see within range of 10 feet to make a wisdom saving throw against your spell save DC. Unless the save succeeds, the target is charmed by you and the Fae for 1 minute or until the target takes any damage.
So we just run.
So it has a AC of 15 because you're casting it at 3rd level,
Yes.
and 30 hit points. Okay, so you're gonna go ahead. Is it gonna attack before it does the mirthful bonus action? Because it gets both.
Yes. Yeah, no. So I'm going to.
It takes 1 short sword, which is
1d6.
your spell
plus
attack
3.
modifier to hit. So roll a spell attack.
Uh-huh. Sorry, that's just a d20 plus my modifier, right?
Yeah, that would be a +6 to a d20. It's the same thing as
Drag dice.
casting any of your damaging spells.
20!
Nat 20?
Guys,
Yes!
we now
Okay.
have 2 of those this game.
Are we doing crunchy crits in this game? I don't remember.
Are we
I
doing
don't
what?
either.
I don't remember if we do crunchy
Remind me what
crits.
that is, I
I
can't
don't
remember.
think we do.
It's
It's
where
whenever
instead of rolling 2 dice, you just max out one of them. I don't
Not
remember if we're
cool.
doing it.
I don't think we are.
Okay. I know one of my other games is doing it. Or I think both of the other ones are. But, okay, so go ahead and roll your, what is it, d6 times 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 1d6 times 2.
Oh god. Okay.
Okay, so roll
One?
2d6.
Okay. That's 4.
On both of them?
The combination of both. Is a
Okay,
3
so
and a
then
1.
that's 8 because it's a crit.
Yes.
Plus 6 is another. It's 14 points of damage. And then it needs to make a wisdom save.
Yay!
It's lost almost 40 points of health over 1 round. And then it'll
40
make
more.
its wisdom save, which is a 19? Yeah, 19. So I believe that passes. Because I believe it's against your save. Yep.
Yes. Okay.
So it does pass that, but your Fae is there now, and in fact, summoning your Fae with an eyesight, it can actually be on the other side of it, and you can get flanking.
Thank you. Absolutely, I want to do that.
I know it's a little bit harder to do stuff like that when you're theater of the mind, so
Yeah.
just keep my eye out for you. So it is now flanking with all of you, so all of you would get advantage on attack rolls. That brings us back to Greg's turn. Greg, you have a flaming sword, or no, you don't have a flaming sword yet.
No, I'm jazzing it up.
Okay, you jazz it
That's
up.
exactly
You now have a
what he's saying
sword.
is I'm jazzing it up.
You have your divine thing and your poison.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
I'm about to jazz sword him.
Okay, roll to hit.
Yuppers. 16 plus 8 is 22. Yeah, sick. I'm gonna do the 1d10 plus 5 because what am I gonna do with that other hand anyways?
Fair enough.
10! Jesus Christ!
So 15 plus your rage bonus, so that's 17 plus the fire damage, which is 2d6.
My god. I thought I was gonna roll horribly tonight, but a 6 and a 4.
So that's another 10, so that's 27. Plus your divine fury is 1d6 plus 3.
I'm so glad you know because I have been digging through so many.
Your character a 6? So that's 27 plus 9.
I have to start screen sharing because this is insane.
36 points of damage? Jeez, that's your first attack. It's looking rough.
Oh, jeez.
It's
the gold's ours, baby.
It is under half. By like 20 hit points.
Okay, I guess I'm rolling to attack again because I forgot I can do that. That's 16. I'm bad at math. Sick. I was scared it wouldn't because I feel like a bunch of your monsters
not very
get like
fast creature. It has an AC of 14, and the only reason
I knew
it has
it was
that
gonna
is because
be
it has
somewhere
gold all
around
over it.
15. Because I know my AC is 16. So I jazz sword again, man. I'm getting lucky with this sword.
1d10 plus 7 plus 2d6.
Yeah, so I rolled a 5, so 12. Gonna roll for poison. 3 and a 2.
An extra 5. It's looking rough. But that is your turn. Oh, you know what? Roll 2 more d20 real quick just to see if you crit, because you technically had advantage on all of them.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus, yeah.
A 3 and a 14.
Okay, so no crit, but you still did over half its health in like 2 hits. So Stella, you're up. You are currently considered grappled. Though I think you have advantage on not being grappled.
I do, but if I'm correct,
Yeah.
doesn't grapple just make it to where I can't move?
Yes, but this is a special grapple, and I have to double check what all it does.
Alright.
Oh, you are considered restrained. So your attack rolls have disadvantage, and you have disadvantage on dex saves. Any ability check made to escape this grapple also has disadvantage, which makes it just a straight roll for you.
Right.
If you choose to use your action to do so.
So, casting a spell with a save shouldn't really be affected by this.
Correct, that would not be affected.
In that case, Toll the Dead.
Toll the Dead, is that a wisdom save?
It is a wisdom save, and
Wisdom
it is
save,
currently
it-
missing
It
HP.
passes. 22.
It passes. That
I'm
sucks.
lightheaded.
Wisdom is its highest saving throw.
That sucks.
Wisdom and con.
The two things I have cantrip saves for.
Yep. Okay, that was your action. You do still have a bonus action.
Well, the only thing I have with a bonus action is the sanctuary, but it's not going to be very helpful.
Okay. That will bring us to the Horde Mimic's turn.
Now
Because
I'm
you did so much freaking damage to it already, it's gonna use its breath ability again.
Oh, I forgot it had that.
Yeah,
I don't
quickly.
know what that is.
it's the thing that killed Tavala in the first round. I need you all to make dex saves. Stella, you have
All right.
disadvantage.
I just thought it was an automatic fail because I'm grappled.
No, it's just disadvantage.
Interesting.
Stell, the emboldening bond was it you cast? That's gone already, right?
No, that's still there.
Emboldening bond lasts for like 10 minutes.
What does that do?
Basically, you can
remember.
add a d4 to one attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. Wait, once
need
to
once per
roll
turn you can
this.
do that.
I rolled the
So like
same
every
thing.
turn you can add one of those. You can add
There.
d4 to one of those things. Does that make
So
sense?
I could add it to this saving throw, right?
Yes, you can. Once per turn.
Absolutely gonna do that then. So then
and
that brings
Greg
it up,
also has it, and I don't think Greg has used it this turn.
that brings it up to
Use-
19.
Okay. That all of you pass, I believe. Well, Greg,
Huh?
what did you roll?
We've not.
I need you to go look at the Discord.
Oh.
Because
Oh,
I wasn't
so I have-
joking when I said I was going to start screen sharing because it was going
720.
suspiciously well. I'm losing my mind.
Yes, so all of you pass, I believe.
I believe I had disadvantage.
Oh,
in my
no, you
first
had
roll with
disadvantage.
me.
I'm sorry. So you do fail. So you take 30 points of acid damage reduced to 15 because you're resistant. You were
Yay.
also considered blinded until your next turn. And then Greg and Tavala, each of you take 15.
Oh no, I'm down again.
Greg's got this, don't worry.
Greg could very well kill the creature.
I have a question. Can I use Sentinel again since we're still standing like right on this pile and it technically also attacks Stella and Tavala?
Let me double check. I believe Sentinel does not work with I don't think it works for AoE attacks.
Okay.
So that is how I'm going to rule it right now. It might be
Yep.
wrong, but I'm pretty sure it only works if I have to roll an attack roll.
Yep.
So that ends the Horde Mimic's turn. Tavala! You ready for our new, our fun homebrew game of Pick Your Poison? I have 4 d20s out.
Pick the blue and purple one.
The
Gosh
blue
darn
and the
it,
purple one. Okay.
This isn't fun.
Greg, you're up.
Oh, is jazzing it up. 18.
That hits.
Cool. Uh, 4 plus 5 is 9 for the basic slashing. And the
So 9 plus the 2d6,
9 slashing, 6 fire.
and then you also get the necrotic. Which is the 1d6
Yeah,
plus
I
3.
felt that. That's gonna be 9 necrotic, and then I didn't roll poison. Can I roll that while I do?
Not on your fire sword. The
Okay.
poison only does your war pick. But that was your
I thought
first
so,
attack.
but I wanted chicken.
It looks almost dead.
Alright, we're
Get
going
all the
fire
way.
sword again. 17 plus 8, does that hit?
Yeah, that hits. How do you want to do this? I'm pretty sure no
There's-
matter what you roll, it dies. Based on the sheer amount of dice that you get to roll for damage.
I wanna know how dead it is.
Okay,
Hold on.
go ahead, roll for damage.
7 plus 5, so 12.
It's dead.
12 slashing.
Without the fire. It's dead.
Hold on, we're getting fire, in
Fire.
there.
Rad
And
fire.
then 9 fire.
Yeah,
We're cooking it.
you cut off its pseudopod clean off, and it just catches on fire. But how?
Yeah,
do you,
I'm just
how
gonna
do you
sit there and
want to
just
kill
kind of
it?
slam at it and scream even when it stops moving.
It stops moving. Stella's no longer grappled. Tuvala lays on the ground dead. Well, not
Beacon
dead,
of
but
hope.
unconscious.
Okay.
So you take that back.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no,
I'm gonna look up-
it's dead.
I'm gonna look over my shoulder while I'm still sitting there beating its corpse and be like, "Hey, Stella, can you heal?"
I can heal, but I'm first casting Beacon of Hope.
What's that?
Because
I forget
one,
what
that
Beacon
gives
of Hope
advantage
is.
on death saves. Two, he regains the maximum number of hit points possible from any healing.
Okay, cool. So I get to roll one more death save since you cast that. You do get advantage, so pick your poison, but you can pick two.
I want the yellow one and the red one.
The like red translucent one or like the red fleshy one?
The red why would you say fleshy? The translucent one.
Because it's my Vecna die. It's fleshy.
So pissed if Tavala dies.
If I roll two nat ones, you die.
Yeah, we're fine.
Oh, I rolled a nat 20, so you come up to 1 hit point.
Hooray!
So you cast Beacon of Hope, Tuvala just kind of sits up.
Boo. Yep.
Which means you come to and the first thing you see is either Stella casting magic or Greg in the corner of
Okay.
and just
I
making
would-
frog noises.
I would like to say with the Beacon of Hope thing, because he had advantage with that he would have seen like a small child with blonde hair and blue eyes coming up and been like, hey. Only reason I'm saying that specifically is because of some character in my backstory. I'll
She's a
DMU
bird.
explain later. Do what? Yes, I'm aware. I'm aware. I'm aware.
So,
Like a split bird.
what does she see?
I'm saying like basically like a small child, blonde hair, blue eye, like reaches out a hand to like help her come back, I guess, is what I was hoping.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay, I misunderstood that.
So,
I
in
thought
your
you were like, that's
unconscious
what she comes
stupor,
back as.
you see
And I was like,
a blonde-haired, blue-eyed child, you said?
Yes.
Reach down a hand, kind of in this white light void that you're in. The face
Right.
slightly obscured by the light behind them. As you take their hand, you sit up with 1 hit point. Also, Wolf, who dat?
your mom.
I'm trying to remember who you were describing.
All day with you today.
Does that make any sense?
Oh, message me. Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yes, makes
yes,
sense.
yes, that makes sense. I'm
Yes,
trying to
that makes
remember
sense.
which one of them that is, though.
The
Javala.
I'm looking it up. Okay, what do y'all do?
Well, first off, I'm casting Cure Wounds. I believe I have Cure Wounds. Yes, I have Cure Wounds. I'm casting Cure Wounds at 3rd level.
Mhm.
So multiply 3 by 8 and add 4 to it, and that's your health.
24 plus 8?
Long rest.
24 plus what? Sorry.
32 points of healing.
Yeah, nice. Nice.
You're
Oh, that
welcome.
one. Okay. Why am I looking at a
Wait, how much
picture?
health do you have? Like, what's your max health, Noah?
45.
I wasn't expecting to heal you for that much.
Well, you did use a 3rd level spell and,
3rd level spell. I used 2 3rd level spells for that.
Yep. Well, there's one more hallway y'all haven't been down.
Take a long rest because all of our magic users are out of magic, and Greg
Nuh-uh.
hurts.
Better say, dog. I have a healing spell, and I short rested. My spells are pretty natty, dude.
I have
You could
one
also
3rd
take a
level left and 2 of my other 2 level spells.
A short rest,
What?
by the way, you can expend hit dice to heal. I don't know if anyone did that last short rest.
Oh
but
yeah.
you can do that.
I didn't because I was full.
Well,
That's
technically
fair.
speaking, if I want to waste both of my channel divinities, I can get 2 spells that way.
Greg, what are you at right now? And what's your max?
My max is 75 and I'm at 24.
You could always cast a 3rd level healing word.
You know,
The thing is, I don't want y'all to use healing spells if this was the first room and we're about to go in another room. Like, I don't want you to use a bunch of spells and then go, now let's fight something.
I have a suggestion.
Minimize your spell slots, boys.
Also, Greg is very smart in this regard, because technically healing is more effective when the party member you're healing is downed. But
I have
Greg had
Okay.
1 health potion in case things got bad, and the owl drank it, and then she died.
suggestion. We finish looting this room,
hold on.
get back to town, long rest.
Was
Bef-
all of the gold the mimic?
No, not
Hold
all
on.
of it. Some of it does disappear with the mimic's body. Some of it was definitely fake, but I would say I'll actually roll to see exactly how much gold you get. Plus, the magic items weren't fake.
Can we tell for sure that there are no more mimics in here?
That's what I'm
Roll
trying to
investigation
say.
or perception.
What does
Sorry, I did
does
not
Lo-
hear you, Tavalla.
does lo I'm not muted. You good?
Yep, we're good.
Does locate plants or animals work on mimics? Because it is an animal that I can
15.
identify. And
Let
I
me-
did just see one.
Let me check. It is not a beast nor a plant, so technically it would not work. 15. That appeared to be the only mimic. The gold that is left, you each evenly splitting it with Terra would give you each 159 gold. I don't know if you want to evenly split it with Terra,
I do not.
but if
Read
you
the
were to
book.
do so, it would give you each 159.
And if we
So
split just
total that
between
is
the 3 of us, how much
636.
is that?
It is
What?
636 total, and then if you want to do just the 3 of you, that would be 212 each.
So, are we doing it between the 3 of us or Tara?
I'm tempted to, because that hurted.
I need you to know that the goblin who is still there is just kind of
Kind of
Gold?
like.
Yes.
gold.
No.
Oh,
You see the goblin goes down and picks up a handful of gold before Tavalla stops concentrating. Wait, is that spell concentration? That spell's
I feel like-
concentration.
Is it?
It went away whenever you
Yeah.
went unconscious. It
darn!
just went
Funny
poof.
moment averted.
I forgot it was concentration.
Conveniently, you weren't here, so didn't mess with the rules.
Yeah. I mean, we could take a little bit out for Terra, just as a little. The items were
What?
the cup and the helmet. Is that it?
There was
How
a
much
cup, a
was
helmet,
the
and a
total?
ring.
A ring?
hmm
How much was it in total?
It was 636 total.
Okay, give me a second.
If you divide it between the 3 of you, it's 212. Between the 4 of you, it's 159.
What if we each just took an even 2
Hold on,
and gave her
hold on,
36?
Hold on.
Alright. What was the hold on about?
Okay, I did some math. If counted that weird, counted that real weird, because I was gonna say if we divide it by 5 and then gave Tara 1/5 of it and split the other 5th among the 3 of us.
That seems a bit
Interesting.
complicated.
That
If you want to do something like that, then divide 636 divided by 7. Each of you would take 180 and she would take 90.
She made half of what we made if we do that.
Or you can each take an even 200 and give her 36. You also know that she got 100 platinum from her devil of a father, so she's not exactly
Oh, yeah, no, yeah,
short on
okay.
money.
Sorry, never mind. Take it. Yeah,
No,
we're
sucks to suck. The three of us are
We'll keep
splitting it.
that.
212. Yeah, here we
Yeah,
go.
212 each.
212.
Yeah.
Everyone
You
had
forgot.
12
She
each,
bought
yep.
you an apiary.
We forget that we ballin'.
She's rich. Okay, magic items.
Forget
Yes.
that Tara kills people for money for fun. Because
there
she
For
has
money
no
for
morals.
fun.
She doesn't have morals, but she does have secrets.
What can we tell looking at these?
Well,
Gold.
they are magic items.
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah. So, like, what do they
One of
look
them is a
like?
ring, one of them is a helmet,
Right.
and one of them is a cup that is very ornately
Gotcha.
decorated.
I say we
I'm
just pop
pers-
these in the wardrobe and bring them, get them appraised.
I'm gonna slip the ring on.
You're
Okay.
slipping the ring on immediately?
Why not?
Okay.
Really just said, I'm bored, let's see what happens.
Okay.
Okay, actually, what does the
There's-
ring look like before I do that?
I'm not 100% sure yet. Give me just a minute.
He hasn't decided what it does.
No, I'm
While you're
looking at a bunch of magic rings, deciding which one to give you.
Right.
But, you know, you already slipped it on, so no take-backsies.
Is there any liquid in the cup?
If it looked
Certainly
dangerous,
not.
I probably wouldn't slip it on my finger right
It
away.
doesn't look
If it-
dangerous. It just looks like an ornate magic ring. Like, it looks like a fancy ring. And then the only reason you know that it's magic is because Davala cast Detect Magic earlier and went, ooh, look, a ring.
Yes. I'm sorry, Tavala.
I mean, it's fine. I
Mark.
kind of wanted the cup anyway.
Okay, you pick up the cup. It's a magic cup. It's very pretty. Though there is no ring, or there is no liquid currently in it.
Greg,
Greg?
you still got your pot?
Yes.
Are we just
Yeah.
seeing what stuff does?
That is the plan for me.
Greg's gonna go take his pot to like the living room or something and start getting that short rest in while y'all play with kitchenware.
Well,
Greg's tired.
Greg, do you take the helmet, the third magic item?
Sure, I'm gonna snatch it up and walk off, not even look at it.
Okay.
I'm gonna check it out as soon as I'm out of the room. I just want them to think that I'm grumpy.
You are grumpy.
Do I
Hear his
feel
angry
different
little
putting the
feet
ring
slap
on?
off down the hall.
Or no?
Currently, no.
Okay.
He gets like part way down the hall and then starts doing that thing where you like purposefully make your footsteps sound quieter to sound like you're getting farther so we can stop and check it out.
Literally, yes.
Yes. Am I capable of taking it back off?
The ring?
Yes.
Yeah, it slips back off.
No, it's
Okay.
a red lantern
Take it
ring.
off,
You
put
have
it
to
back
keep it
on.
on forever.
I was waiting on you to be like, no.
It
course
doesn't seem
not.
to be,
Idiot.
it doesn't seem to be cursed, if that's anything good to go by.
Well,
You don't
also
know that.
Curses don't happen until you attune to something, which takes
Yeah, I
longer
know.
than 0.2 seconds. But
You might have
you have no idea if it's cursed.
Oh,
You might have just
Might
popped
have.
the curse on you.
Midas
Maybe,
Greg
I
is
don't
gonna
know.
check
I'm
out
just
the
saying,
helmet
I'm
if you
just
wanna-
gonna look at Davala and say this. It, like, whether or not it's true or not doesn't matter. It's what I'm gonna say, though.
Right.
Greg, it's a very nice helmet. It seems to be made of gold, and it's got like almost like a red padded interior. Pretty nice.
Question. Is there any way that it fits on my big frog head?
You go to like put it on, and you feel it like bump, but then it almost like grows in size, almost like the ring shrunk as it went into the door, and it just goes boom.
Follow-up question. Can I fit it over the top of my pot?
It hits the pot, like it gets over the ring, but then where the
Yeah.
pot gets widest, it doesn't quite fit over that. So, but it gives like a roof to your pot.
That's all I needed. Greg's house is complete. Maximum safety mobile home. Cauldron and helmet combo. I'm like
Maximum
a tea kettle with
safety
no
mobile
spout
home.
and no handle and no funky little song. It's just frog soup in here.
Okay, yeah, I guess we can go back to the living room and take a short rest. Since the dungeon do be just staying there.
Okay.
You can offer
So
it to Davala.
Tuvala has the cup, Greg has the helmet, Stella has the ring. Gotcha. But if y'all want, y'all can go ahead and take another short rest.
Who's gonna roll those dice? Cause if heart is in here.
What was that, Miles?
I said if y'all wanted to take a short rest, you can. Make sure if you're missing hit points, you can use hit dice.
Okay, when I go to hit short rest, there's the option to click on the like 2d8 plus 2, and then there's also the option to hit take a short rest. If I just hit
Don't
take a
know.
short rest, does it do it?
2d8 plus 2?
I'm using like 2.
Oh, yeah. You have to click the roll in order for it to be applied.
Okay. Nice. Cool.
So we're all gonna bully Tara when we see her, right?
Ah, yes.
Because we got
I mean,
cool new
the only
things.
thing we can bully her with is
We got cool new things.
the magic stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we should probably. Here's a suggestion. Why don't we not go back in there for like a week and use the week to try and figure out what the magic items do?
And also take a lot of naps.
That way we can get a long rest and also figure out what the magic items do.
Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Okay, so everyone go ahead and roll me or not roll. Everyone go ahead and take if you're gonna take a long rest. And then you all are going to attempt to figure out what all the rings do. Everyone give me an Arcana check with advantage.
Man, this is about to be.
Oh, lovely 13.
Oh wait, hold on, advantage.
19.
19. What did Stella roll?
A 13.
With advantage, I have a 9.
Amazing.
We're slowly going down. The ship is
Yeah.
sinking, my friends.
The first one I rolled was a 4, but they said with advantage, so I rolled a 10. But I've got a -1 in Arcana.
Greg. Just
Yup.
running around with the helmet on. It's a pretty nice helmet. It's one of those that like it comes down and then it's got like the little arches that go over your eyes and it comes down and tries to
Yeah.
protect your nose a little bit. Granted, you're a frog, so it's just kind of
Decorative.
yeah. There's nothing really there to protect. That being said, go ahead and roll me a perception check as yours is a little bit more obvious what is happening.
Beans. What's my mod?
And you would also have advantage on that.
I will take that advantage. That is much better. I'm glad you said that, because I rolled a 2 the first time, but with advantage I rolled a 14. So 17.
A 14 or a 17, my bad.
You're good.
As you're kind of running around for the week, trying to figure out what the helmet does, wearing it near 24/7, you realize at some point, it's extending your ability to hear things, but not just like, oh, I can hear stuff from farther away. As in, it allows you to telepathically communicate with someone that within 30 feet of you that you can see.
Sweet helmet.
Test it out real quick. Tavala,
Yes, dear.
you said telepathically communicate.
Yeah, you
Can
can.
I
You
just hear
basically
them, or
get the
can we
message
talk?
spell.
I'm going to stare at Tavala as hard as I possibly can with my big frog eyes. And because I'm new to magic, I'm going to scream, Tavala, can you hear me?
Like
Mentally.
verbally?
No,
Okay.
telepathically.
You hear
Telepathic
Greg in
yelling.
your head.
And it's just
Screaming.
message, so there's no reply.
Yeah, no, you can't reply telepathically.
You're gonna see a twinge and then, yes, dear, I think you figured out what your helmet can do.
Greg is so excited.
Yes.
Greg is so excited, I'm not gonna lie to you. He's like shaking. He's holding in a croak.
But I'm saying, having been an owner of frogs before, can confirm they do like screaming.
I'm going to still be screaming because he's excited and still figuring it
Greg
out.
is conflicted.
And be like, we can be secret message buddies now. Still
Uvala gets a flashback to when Greg once before wanted to be secret message buddies. All the
Greg?
wet pieces of paper that did not have eligible words on them. Legible
Hey,
words
you
on
don't know that. Maybe I was just writing in drunk, huh?
Okay.
Yes.
During this time, I'm gonna say that I attempted like putting different liquids in the cup and like pouring them onto various ones of Terra's plants to test
Well,
if they wither
so-
and die.
As you pour something into the
Speaking of
cup,
Tara.
There's the Terra. Hello. You watch as I'll say, like, you pour some water into the cup. You see, as soon as it touches kind of the gold bottom of the cup, it changes color.
Are you Jesus?
Changes color. What does it smell like?
Well, I guess I'd have to ask you that question. What would Tavala's favorite drink smell like?
Oh, that's so nice.
Tara's gonna be pissed.
Okay. There's a type of flower, native to her like home place. It's called like a honey drip flower. The nectar that comes out of it is just this super sweetened thing. So sweet actually they have to like dilute it down with a little bit of like a bitter melon with it. It makes a concoction called like honey melon, just water, I suppose is what they'd call it, or punch. It's kind of like going to be her favorite go-to drink. It's just a really sweet, really like almost like how like birds like going to bird feeders for sugar water. Pretty much that.
Okay. It smells exactly like that.
All right, mystery cup. I'm gonna trust you, and I'll go ahead and give her a taste.
It tastes exactly like your favorite drink from your homeland.
Ooh.
At that moment, you then also
no.
discover you can control it. So you can make any liquid put into the cup taste like a different liquid.
Is it actually the liquid? Can I do a check to see if it's actually the liquid or if it just makes me think it?
You based on how it's working thus far, it seems more like a prestidigitation. So like if you put poison in it, it wouldn't taste like poison, but it would probably still have the same effect.
Okay, and I didn't even have to murder any of Tara's plants to figure it out.
Yeah. Terrace plant survived this one.
This time.
she just went, huh?
No, don't worry. We said they survived.
Don't
Don't worry, they
worry, we're
survived.
just adding some nitroglycerin to the fertilizer. It'll be fine.
Hey, where would we be without a little bit of nitroglizzy?
I hate it.
I tell you what, our food will be a lot less bland. I mean, a lot more bland.
Okay.
Anywho,
Let's see if we figured out what
probably
that all of
not.
Stella, roll me a wisdom save.
Oh joy! That's a 21.
21? Okay. After you're, an hour or two of wearing the ring, kind of on the first day that you get it, as y'all are as you're starting the long rest, you start to, hear voices, but not, whispering to you, oh, you should do this bad thing. They seem distant and not really talking to you. It's like when you're outside of your apiary, you can hear almost like a distant scream coming from the forest, or a cry for help coming from town.
Do some of them sound further away than others?
Yeah, some of them do.
I'd like to investigate one of the ones that's nearby.
As you kind of go towards one, it seems to get farther away.
I'm gonna go check on Benny real quick.
Hey, Devolva. I'm hearing
Yes, dear?
things.
Okay, so I know that we're kind of new to ears as a prior amorphous blob. Are these things in the same room as you or in your head?
I've been able to hear for a long time actually. And when I get close they get further away, and I don't know if they're real.
And it's just when you put on the ring?
I'm gonna look down at my hand and be like, oh, I forgot I had that on.
I'm gonna say that it's the only different part of your. You know what? I'm gonna say it probably clashes with your wardrobe, which is why I noticed it.
I'll be back in a few minutes. It comes back with a completely different outfit on that works better with the ring.
I have to match this emerald and this silver band, and
Oh gosh, yes. I need that. Maybe a bit of a dye swap too while we're at it.
Yeah, you gotta bring out the gold in the ring.
Yes.
Now that you're attuned to it, taking a closer look, while at first glance it looks just like a normal gold band, taking a close look at it, you see small scratches in it, and each of the scratches, though it's made of gold, which doesn't rust, you see each of the scratches almost looks like it has a tiny bit of rust in the scratch, though just taking your hand from this far away from your face to here, they're almost non-visible.
Am I able to take it off?
Give me a wisdom save.
a wisdom save.
Oh no.
With disadvantage.
A 12. Oh gosh. 12.
12. As you go to take it off, you kind of use your other hand, and as you grab it, the screams and the cries for help get louder and closer and louder until you just can't take it off, and you have to cover up your ears to try to get them to go away.
Oh, I will. Devala, can you take it off?
I'll give it a shot, dear.
Okay,
I'll
guys.
grab onto it and try to.
As you grab onto the ring, you feel Stella's amorphous figure almost encompass and cover up the ring and like force your hand off of it.
Interesting.
Like the ring is being swallowed into her hand almost.
Right. Dear, I don't know if I can take that off of you.
I don't think I can take it off either.
Also, Stella, while wearing this ring, you do get benefits. It's not just cursed. You have advantage on all stealth checks, and you can cast Shadow Blade as a bonus action.
This ring
I
would be
just
better
hear
suited
Tara
for-
going, "That's my thing."
I can feel that it was probably not meant for me to.
Just take it off.
If I can get it off, I'll give it to her. But,
But don't tell her that it's cursed.
It's the TikTok sound of, I gotta take it off. I can't take it off.
He gets lonely, so I'm babysitting for a moment.
Amazing. At least your dog's not invisible.
Yeah, look at
Right.
So,
Okay.
You can all take a
We
walk.
so
can-
guys.
interested in the computer screen.
Great.
Can all long rest. Hooray.
Hey,
Do y'all go back for the last room?
Do we dare or do we want to wait for Tara?
She's right here.
I'm tempted to wait for Tara.
She's on the floor, right here. Hello.
Yeah, I kind of want to wait for Tara just for the reason of
Hello.
Mares.
even just having an extra person in there.
Yeah.
I mean, I had to summon an extra guy, you know?
Scouting mission? Question mark.
Oh, I have scouting.
What you mean by scouting?
Like just go take a peek and get out without actually doing anything.
I mean, yeah, we could always try that.
So you're doing a scouting mission?
Scout it out.
Okay. As you go back in.
I would prefer to take the point on that.
Okay. If you're giving me a scouting mission, I would like Stello to roll me a stealth check with advantage, as well as a perception check. And Tuvala, you
very
also give me a perception check with advantage.
Captain. You don't know what you've just done.
I rolled an 18 for the stealth and a 12 for perception.
Dang, it's only a 17.
A
The lowest?
17, a 18 stealth, and a 12 perception. Okay. Tuvala, this time you know to listen for it. As you walk into the great entrance hall, you hear those voices again quickly fade out. Still talking in Sylvan. This time you don't pick up anything specific, but working your way down to the longer, dark hallway, as you all start to kind of sneak down that way, being led by Stella, with her new cursed ring that gives her advantage on stealth. You see the hallway kind of comes to a point, and it opens up into a room that goes to the left, and you can't currently see around the corner. But inching closer and closer, Stella takes a look around the corner. And around the corner, you see like a fairly bland stone room. There is what looks to be another one of those statues that's kind of into the wall on this side. You see there are a couple of wall-mounted candle holders, a couple of them lit. And then you see, so that is the left side of the wall. There is like a candle holder, then the statue, then another candle holder. On the far wall, you see a kind of square wooden table with a couple of chairs at it. You see one cloaked figure sitting at the table, unsure if it is alive or just a skeleton with a cloak over it. It's currently not moving, but you do see that. It also has made no intention of noticing you. And then the wall on the right, which would actually be the wall that the hallway like hits, or across from the hallway is the wall on what I'm calling the right. You see it's a flat wall, just stonework. There's nothing on it or anything like that. And then on the wall that is shared with the hallway, so the hallway kind of continues and the right wall becomes the wall of the room. There's a similar table as the one on the opposite side of the room.
Motion to go back.
I follow.
Okay, you back
And
up.
once we make it out, I don't know much, but it looked like there was someone sitting at a table in there.
Stinky.
Waiting for us.
Where are you going?
I think we should wait.
Fair enough. Whenever our dear Tara's feeling well, we'll traverse that.
You should definitely go join the Discord so that they can hit the last room of this. Waiting on you. Only if you feel up to it, though. Huh?
That does not need to be a done thing. We can do this later.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
we can't
earlier
do it.
she asked if she could join just the Discord and not like turn on her camera or anything. So that's why I'm even that's the only reason I'm even asking her.
Fair enough.
Earlier I thought it was like it was when y'all were in the middle of combat, I believe. So I was like, now's not the greatest time to do that. But if you want to go join the Discord and just be in the Discord, that's completely fine.
I mean, even if we do just want to save it until she's filling up to like actually roleplay in the room and all, that's fine too.
That's also fair. I'm just
You
worried
must have
about
been
extending
playing
this
for
by
2
another week
hours.
because next week we can't play.
Mm,
And probably not the week after that either. So I'm trying to finish up this crypt crawl.
Okay, I mean,
Doggo.
Yeah, he's very interested in the computer screen.
but
Let the
say,
doggo play
I
D&D.
The end dog.
the dog is the new Tara. All
Dungeons
hail.
and doggos.
Oh, Vinny, where are you going? Sir!
So yeah, Tara will join us shortly so that we can finish up the crypt before we call it a night. And then we will probably be off for 2 weeks. I know for a fact we will be off next week. The week after that is yet to be seen, but we probably won't play because I'm probably going to be exhausted because I'm working at the regional that's weekend.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Hello.
I kind of felt like that
Hello.
already happened.
Oh, I mean, some of them most definitely have. Hello, Tara. Why isn't it possible?
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Hello.
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 So if y'all would like to explain everything kind of that's happened so that Tara is up to speed.
Thing
Greg
happened.
beat the hell
and-
out of it.
Okay. We had a really stupid riddle, and whenever the riddle was done, 2 doors open up. Behind one door was this big mimic thing. We got magic items. It was nice. The other door has a creepy dude sitting in like a table with a cloak on. Can't really see him though, so it could just be a dead dude. But he's just sitting there. And so we came back to the house thing. It was like we're gonna wait on Tara because we don't want to go doing stuff. Yeah.
Most,
What?
Out real bad.
Dumb. Oh, also
Who's
we kept
cutting out?
gold from the mimic fight.
okay. So you just want me to join for the last door?
Yes.
Basically. Well, more accurately, we
Okay.
didn't want to take the fight on with just 3 people because it's probably a fight. And we did
That
take
is
a
fair.
long rest.
They did take a long rest, so
We took a
Tara,
long
if you need a long rest, you can take
Yes,
it.
we took a long rest to figure out what the magic items do.
Took
We-
probably
we
the
were-
equivalent of a long and a half at this point.
Probably. I was saying that y'all could, figure out the law or the items at the same time that you're taking a long rest. So
Yeah.
It's really
That's
just
what I was
playing
thinking.
around with them in free time, yeah.
instead of just dragging it out, Tara's at full health, so I don't think she needs a long rest.
I mean, clicking the button doesn't gonna hurt anyone.
Yeah, I'll go
Yeah,
ahead
she
and
was at the
click it.
house anyways.
Literally
Yeah,
does the
so-
opposite.
Basically, a week ago, y'all went
About a
to
week
explore down there, and I was like, nah, I don't wanna.
Yeah.
And now you want to go back, but you're like, hey, you're coming with me this time.
Yes.
Yeah, because there's the dude there, and we don't. He's scary.
The lizard doesn't
Okay,
seem-
dope.
He's literally just vibing.
No,
If that dude comes alive, I want backup.
He's just vibing.
I will also point out that that personally, I do not like going back in here.
What do you mean by dude? What dude?
We don't
Oh, the
know.
dude.
We were just sneaking up to see what was down there. Because I cast a spell that lets you know if going this way or that way, or doing a thing is a good idea or a bad idea. And going down that way, it said it was a bad idea. So we snuck up there to scout it out, and there's just a dude sitting in a chair at a table, in a cloak. But we can't actually see the dude. We can just see the cloaked figure. Does that make sense?
I liked cloaked dudes. Let's go see. Let's go figure this out.
I am.
He's probably nice.
opposed. I am not. I do not necessarily like this idea, but
Plot twist.
Let's-
It's just my dad.
Let's go open the door and cautiously
Okay.
approach.
You all approach.
I'm good at that.
I would like a group stealth check.
Roll my
Tara, if-
stealth check. My
Roll a 16.
That's it. You suck at my rolls.
Killing them.
I do
Huh?
have advantage on this. Yes.
Yes, you do have advantage, Stella.
Also,
Stella gets
well, the first
advantage.
one's a 21. Also, I got a ring that really should be yours, but I can't take it off.
Yes, very much so.
I got a 17.
You
I
know
got
what? A
18.
21, an 18, a 17, and a 16. It's pretty dang good. You all silent
Hey!
as a mouse.
I
What?
rolled the lowest on stealth. Something's
Yes.
wrong.
Do what?
Yes.
Like I said,
Uh,
I got a ring that you should probably have, but I can't take it off.
It is cursed, so. You all sneak down very stealthily down the dark hallway. Stella leading the pack as she did last time, I believe. Taking a look around the corner. The figure is still there. Doesn't look like he's moved in... Well, I guess no, you just saw him for the first time, yesterday, so...
Still hasn't moved, so.
Oh,
In a
Tuvala,
day,
give me
yeah.
another perception check with advantage.
Okay. That was trash. Let's roll for better. 13. Still kind of trash.
You don't hear the voices this time. Granted, you are very distracted as Tara is asking a bunch of questions as she's walking with the group, so you probably just didn't hear it over the conversation.
Minus your
What?
mic sounds a little off.
My mic?
Yeah.
It's good over here.
How about now?
Maybe? I don't know.
I
It's
don't know.
fine.
Anyway,
Also, if anyone's paying attention, details on face and such would be a little less than normal.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean? What?
She,
Stella's-
And slime, the face is less defined, I guess, is what I'm trying to say than normal.
Okay,
stressed
that
out,
makes sense.
she de-accessorizes.
She
Forms.
featureizes.
She kind of melts a little bit.
Oh, like Olaf.
She went from high definition to standard definition. That's what happened.
280p Stella.
She's become 16-bit.
2
Okay.
pixels.
Peering around the corner, you see the figure sitting there. It's not a massive creature. Probably, I mean, no bigger than Tavala. A bit smaller than Tavala. Probably somewhere between Terra and Tavala size, just slightly bigger than Terra. I believe.
I'm
Granted,
5'5".
it is sitting.
I will say, on the way through, I did grab and deactivate my immovable rod.
Okay.
So I could take it with.
Yeah.
So we're not like currently in the room with it, right?
You're all kind of like in the hallway, and there's no door that goes from hallway to room. It's just open, but I assumed y'all were all kind of peering around the corner of the hallway, so you're not like in the room proper.
A fair assumption indeed. Okay, my current plan is just to get this rod in front of the chest of this guy.
Just pin him to a chair.
I can fly silently.
Yeah, which gives you advantage on stealth checks while flying, if I remember correctly. Or is it just proficiency?
Oh,
I
let me
think
check.
it's just proficiency. Yeah, you have proficiency in the stealth skill.
How long does it take to recast Find Familiar again? Is it 10
You could
minutes?
have easily done that over. Well, it depends. If you are ritual casting it, then it would take. Oh no, Find Familiar takes an hour, and you would have to burn one of your slots.
Even with, I don't have to burn a slot though. I thought because you gave me that little
You don't have to have the
components.
You don't have to have the component.
Okay. How big
believe.
is
I'll
this rod
double
that you're
check.
trying to place?
I mean, a decent size. I'm assuming like probably 2 feet across, maybe a foot across.
How heavy is it?
It's immovable. It doesn't matter.
Not very. Well, it's once the
It's
spell's
lighter than
put in
5
place.
pounds.
So if I were to recast Find Familiar as like a dungeon rat or something that could quietly scurry, could it place the rod for you?
Something like a rat, it would be dragging a metal rod across a stone floor. So I would say a rat, probably not.
What about a raccoon
A raccoon.
or a tanuki?
They would struggle.
I mean, if you guys want to just ready stuff, I can just go ahead and try to fly it over. And if guy gets up and tries to attack, you can let her rip.
Well, wait, we don't even know if this guy's bad or not.
If this is his dungeon, I'm assuming he's Vardasar.
Sneak over and put it on his waist like he's in an amusement ride.
That was the idea.
I mean, I guess I could just send in the fox as a fox. They're sneaky.
I mean, yeah, but would it have higher advantage than me just flying over? Not advantage, but proficiency.
You know, I really have no idea. See, my brain would say yes, but I don't know in terms of like, are you flying as yourself or are you wild shaping?
It's me. I'm quieter if it's just me.
Yeah, but that's
because she's silent.
you're still a 6-foot bird woman.
She still flies silently.
Have you ever heard an owl fly?
Yeah.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have.
Oh, hey. They don't put caps down.
It now slapped me with its wing.
My days, your wife's a liar.
Shenanigans.
I don't know.
Okay, I guess just do that then.
All right. Yep. Do you
You're
want
gonna
to
try to sneak over and lock him into his chair?
Yep. Stell, do you want to give me anything that might help?
That is not the music I thought it would be.
How
Oh, I
far
clicked the wrong
away
one.
is this person from us?
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
How far away is the person from us?
Hi, Smokey. They're probably, I would say this room is probably 40 foot across.
I don't think I can give you anything that'd be helpful because it would all deactivate after 30 feet away from me.
Fair enough. Let her rip.
Sorry.
So I'm
I
getting
guess
ready to
I
jump.
can. I guess I'm going to like ready up an attack.
Wait.
Like,
When did I get a wand of magic missiles?
what?
Well, I think that was a while ago.
Tara
Wasn't
lied
Yeah,
that
it
to
when-
us.
was.
Wasn't that when
Huh?
we got like a bunch of magic items from the
Yeah, when
place?
Tara lied to us.
Yeah.
I lie.
I
Yes.
could just fire it at him.
Then we
I'm a
had to
firing my laser.
kill that dude.
It is so suspicious back there.
Sus.
If you're gonna fly at this dude, then I guess I'm going to ready up an attack. If he tries to attack you, then I will throw my kunai.
Now, I will say this. Because supposedly, or as far as you can tell, he has not seen you thus far. If that is the case, and you are all stealth enough, you can get what is called a surprise round on him, which means you would all roll initiative, and
Yep.
then you would skip his first turn. And so
Yep.
you could potentially get 2 turns before he does anything, so long as you roll higher initiative than him.
I'm still not convinced he's evil.
He's in our
you can
house.
go into, you can go into initiative and not attack. I'm just saying, for the sake of trying to rush over to him, in order for me to gauge whether or not you're able to span the 40-foot gap before he's able to stand up, I would ask for that initiative roll based on a surprise
Okay.
round.
Okay, that makes sense.
I'm
I'm
about to say,
doing
do you want to go talk to him?
Me?
Yeah, you're advocating for him.
Alright, sure. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to have one hand on my katana. Okay, tell me if I can do this.
Okay.
First of all, I'm gonna ask everyone to hide behind the corner so that I'm the only one visible.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to sneak up around behind him with one hand on my katana, and I'm gonna tap on his shoulder and say, "Excuse me, but I want to hold my action, my katana action, for if he does anything to harm me." and
Yeah, you
hold
can hold
my.
your action.
And then my little foxy is going to sneak up with me, hide under the table, and he's also gonna hold his help action, his attack. He's gonna bite
Yeah.
at his leg.
Well, the only thing I'm lightly concerned with at the moment is I know Elf wasn't feeling good, and I know that at like pretty much 12 on the dot, Bun's gonna have to leave. There's no way that we're
I
gonna
don't
have like
think it'll.
combat.
I don't think. This should not take long.
All right,
From an above the table perspective, it shouldn't take long. We can end.
because we're gonna get
pretty much
immediately
right at
wiped.
12. Well,
All right,
either
Sarah.
that or you'll immediately wipe the floor with him.
Okay, go ahead and do your little plan, Tara.
Okay, Tara, go
Okay.
ahead and make me a stealth check as you walk up to him.
I need you to do that.
Okay, yeah, I will do
Does
that.
my sword make noise when it ignites?
No, but you have to scream jazz.
Oh, I have to scream.
Well, you don't have to scream it, but you can't be like, jazz.
That's what I was gonna ask to do. I was gonna be like, can I sheath it?
Plus, I mean, it also ignites in flames, so if he doesn't hear it, he might see fire. Like-
Yeah,
was
so
lovely.
I'm gonna ask y'all to hide behind the corner for now. Like, be at the ready. If I shout, that's your cue.
Like it is.
And so I'm gonna sneak up around him to where I'm behind him, so I have
Mm-hmm.
sneaky sneak attack. And I'm going. Well, I guess I would kind of ruin sneak attack when I tap him. But
well,
I'm just gonna
if your fox is giving the help action, that would still give you advantage, which you would still get sneak attack on then.
Okay, yeah, that's true. So then once I sneak over, I'm going to tap him on the shoulder and just be, "Excuse me, can you help me?" And then
as
we'll
soon
see
as
what-
you tap him, he kind of like jumps a little bit, like he didn't realize you were there. And you say, "Can you help me?" Is that what you said?
Yes.
You see, you tap him on the shoulder. He kind of jumps because he didn't know you were there. Before you see kind of a hand come out from under the cloak, and he's like holding what looks to be a skull in his hand.
Hamlet.
And you hear him speak up. He goes, "To thine own self be true."
Hamlet.
What do you do?
Let's light this nerd up.
There's a line to repeat. I don't know what it is though.
I don't know it.
Oh, cool. So it's not a thing. Cool.
So first of all, I'm gonna kind of try to not kind of choke on my not. No, don't laugh. Don't laugh. And then I'm gonna kind of tongue in cheek. I was trying to get thyself to a nunnery and may have gotten a little lost.
Is that the thing that comes next in Hamlet that I don't know?
No, it does not come next. It's just
Says
like
to be truthful and you lie immediately.
he says, "To your own self be true," and it is very true to myself to make a Hamlet joke. Okay.
You see,
Dang.
he's like kind of confused. You can kind of tell, like, he understands the reference that he said, but just by his figure, he's like, "Ah, crap, I didn't study this part." And he turns the skull a little bit, and he says, "Believe nothing you hear, and only one half that you see." Go ahead and give me
Wait,
an insight check.
Who? Me?
Yeah.
Okay, I need you to do that for me.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Insight. You rolled an 11.
What is my
So
modifier?
far, he is absolutely just quoting things, and they seem to not be connected in the slightest. He's just trying to sound like a theater kid.
Okay. I'm
Yeesh.
just gonna kind of look him up and down, look up at his face, look down at the skull, and just is
Oh, do you
that
get
your
around
it?
front of him to see inside the cloak?
No, I'm just like looking over his. I'm kind of like I'm no longer directly behind him. I'm like behind him, but over his shoulder.
Okay.
And I just kind of like peer down at the skull, and I just ask, "Is that your jester?"
And just to paint the picture a little bit better, he's sitting at this table. He is not facing the side wall. He's facing the long blank wall that is across from the statue and the two candle holders mounted to the wall. And as you say that, you see he's kind of... You can almost feel him getting flustered in the moment. Trying to figure out what to say, and he just says, I became insane with long intervals of horrible sanity.
I'm sorry. Do I need to help you? How long have you been down here? Hello?
Hold on, I'm looking for a quote that fits.
Oh my gosh. Is he a Kenko?
No.
Say a quote back.
Say a quote back.
I think at this point, not seeing danger and hearing all of this going on, Tuval would probably stick her head out.
Well, I'm going to grab the head of his cloak and I'm gonna like slightly pull it back off his head. Do I see a Kenku?
You do not see a Kenku. As you start to pull it back, you see his kind of thin hand holding the skull quickly like puts the skull away, and you see all of you peer around the corner as this is happening because this is really weird. You see he like quickly turns, and you see like a head of like short curly red hair and long pointed ears on a thin face and frame. And he's got these kind of bright green eyes, and he just kind of like looks back at you like, oh, you crap, I didn't expect you to do that. Before he like looks around for a second, and he goes, kind of like reaches up to your face, not touching you, but kind of like reaching up to your chin, and he goes, there is no exquisite beauty without some strangeness in the proportion.
Oh, you weird.
'Tis sweet and commendable in your nature.
Wheels, chair, why?
No flirting? Genuine question.
I don't believe we are.
You see, Chivala, give me a perception check as you're peering around the corner.
Do I have to communicate with this dude in nothing but quotes?
What's up to you?
Not nat 20.
Not nat 20. You see, as he speaks up, he says, the death of a beautiful woman is unquestionably the most poetical topic in the world, as he grabs something off of his hip with his free hand. Tara.
Mm-hmm.
That
can I
definitely hits.
Do a thing?
I will give you a reaction, though you are 40 feet away.
Wait, what did I just miss?
I believe he's
trying to
attacking
stab
hit
you.
for something.
I'm
you
getting
take
hit?
8 points of damage. Yep, I'm marking it on your character sheet. But because he's
I
doing
was
an
holding
aggressive
my
action, you get your attack.
And so does my fox.
Well, the fox doesn't give an attack, it gives you advantage and sneak attack. So I'm gonna roll it's a hit for you.
I want to cast.
7 and 8 is 13. No, 15. That hits. So that's gonna be. You said you were using your katana?
Yes.
Okay, that is 6 plus 4, 10, 12, 18 points of damage. Tuval is getting ready to cast. You all hear a loud bang, and a sword come unsheathed and strike against the guy. And you just hear thuds as he hits the ground. And he kind of looks up at Terra, and he goes, "Parting is such sweet sorrow."
Okay, I'm gonna look down at him and say words, words, words. And that's it.
Actual burn, Shakespearean.
Tuvala, what were you gonna cast?
I was gonna cast Entangle to hold him to the chair, so not too much good.
Okay, well, he is on the ground now. You still can cast it if you want, but go ahead and give me a perception check again. With
Yeah.
advantage.
Gonna roll the dragon dice. Well, probably not better than that. Let me see. 27.
27. That's insane. You see, you heard a loud bang. There was a quick flash and a slice. He's now laying on the ground, tongue sticking out of his mouth. You look closer at the guy. He almost looks familiar. He's thinner and he has red hair, but he's wearing like a nice blue button-up. And you see laying on the ground just out of his left hand a familiar-looking, he called it a pistol with AC carved into the handle. And you notice, like, this isn't adding up before you hear, like, clapping and people talking, those voices again coming back, this time from that flat, long, blank wall. Before you all see it now. The wall almost looks like goes almost translucent. And you see lights on the other side of the wall, like 6 wall sconces of torches. And you see a small crowd of people all sitting in chairs, all like clapping and cheering. What do you do? They all look fey in nature, though Tuvala, you do see an unfortunately familiar face kind of sitting in the middle of the crowd, not clapping or cheering.
Unfortunately familiar?
Yes, you see the dark feathers of an old friend. Just sitting there watching this.
I don't even know what to do with that. Okay.
Just a second later, you see the guy who just got cut really bad and shot Terra. You see he stands up and gives a bow towards the crowd. And then he kind of like looks over y'all and goes, "Come on, bow. It was quite a performance." And he stands back up and he starts clapping.
Pick the man up.
I'm gonna
Pick him up by the
jazz.
scruff of his little stupid cloak.
Okay.
I demand explanation.
Whatever details are left, drained
Can you
completely.
roll for
from my
intimidation now
face.
that my sword's on fire?
Roll intimidation with advantage since you have an on fire sword.
Alright, well, it's good I got advantage.
Yeah, so I'm holding him up, and you're just like holding this under him to like roast him, essentially.
Be at
Smokey,
22.
I put it in the chat earlier.
You might have left and
That's
come
the
back, in which
link.
case you would be able to see it.
Yeah, it's a public Discord. I'm planning on running viewer games eventually. I haven't done one yet. But when I have a little bit more time, I'm going to. Though, I'm not going to say it's going to be like right now or anything, or within the next month. I'm not sure when it'll happen, but I'm definitely going to do it.
Wait, you're what?
I'm going to run a viewer game, like a viewer
A
one-shot.
lot of people in here.
Oh.
Yeah, that's my plan. You see, he's... What did you roll on intimidation?
22.
22. You see, he's like being held up by his scruff and goes, it's okay, just calm down, it's for the show, you see, and he kind of points at the crowd. It's entertainment.
We
Aha.
are not your entertainment.
Well,
What?
I mean, you can't really help that. I mean, you kind of were.
What gives you the right?
I'm going to point my sword more directly at him and be like, so is it our turn to entertain? Because Greg has good ideas. From parts of the world you have never seen.
Alright, I'm about to do something really mean.
What?
At this point, after it's all sunk in that this is supposedly some kind of entertainment, I see the audience, I'm gonna call him a director. I'm immediately going to get really upset. And I'm gonna pick up my sword, but like, not like a normal holding sword, but like wagging it in the air in rage. Like, you call this entertainment? If this is supposed to be Dear Hamlet, then don't you know that him holding the skull of Yorick and him saying those lines are by felonious hilarity. This is not the right kind of act. This is nowhere near any type of real show. You call yourself actors? You don't even know what lines to say.
You see, he's like genuinely confused for a second and goes, it's okay, calm down. I didn't realize we had a theater student. The theater. You see, he's like very intimidated, and he reaches up, he snaps his fingers, and he's gonna Misty Step.
You can do it.
You see, Misty steps out of your view and onto the other side of the like translucent wall.
I'm so mad.
Side quest.
I was about to ask what I have to roll to set his clothes on fire.
You see, he gets to the other side, he like quickly takes off the outer cloak and kind of dusts himself off, turns around to the crowd, takes another bow, turns back to you all and goes, well, thank you for being our entertainment. Bye.
Entertainment?
And he, like, runs
This
down
was not
the aisle towards the door.
Stop! And I'm gonna throw one of my kunais at him, but like perfectly missing, like past his ear.
Well, you throw the kunai and it hits the translucent wall in front of you.
I don't care as long as it gets
or anything.
It doesn't get anywhere near him because he's on the other side of the wall.
Okay, but does it make a noise and he hears?
Yeah, it hears ding as it hits off a stone wall.
Okay, and he turns around and pays attention when I scream stop and throw a knife.
He turns around and sees it. He's just gonna keep running. Y'all want to kill him. He's not staying. You see some of the people kind of at the back of the crowd start to file out after him. Some of them still cheering. Some of them, like, going after him with, like, a small group of, flowers.
Lesbians.
I wish I was Neval, because Diane Dude would be burrowing right now.
What do you want? You don't need better code than this.
I'm just dead-eye staring at you-know-who this whole time.
Yeah.
He is staring right back at you. And
was your dude
eventually,
in the
as
crowd?
people start to stand up and kind of file out, he's just sitting there, like, legs crossed on the seat in front of him. You see he just kind of starts to clap.
I'm extremely glad I didn't use any of the amulet. I didn't need him to see that.
Okay, at this point, I'm in a full rage. I'm gonna scream at the top of my lungs. I was the more deceived, and I'm just gonna start going on into a ramble about how now I want to give you a good performance of Shakespeare, and I just am like screaming at everyone to stay and wait for me like 5 minutes to set up, and we're gonna do Shakespeare.
In this embarrassment, Greg's crawling into the pot.
You're crawling into the pot? Okay.
Yep. I'm not looking.
As the last
I'm on
of the
this
people
side, I'll give you an axe
exit
too.
the theater, anyone and everyone can now see Tuvala and this black feathered owlin with one crooked wing and these deep red eyes in a staring contest.
I'm
Did you just
break his-
realize?
I'm gonna break his concentration. Cause the helmet. Can I go through the wall with the helmet? Like the message wise?
Yeah.
Sure, you can message him.
Hi, ugly. I just want to throw him off. That's all I want. I just.
You see, he like quickly switches and looks at you.
It's just from here up out of the pot.
Moment this man breaks
Also
eye
staring.
contact, I'm at that wall, like
You
just
see,
straight up, just
yeah, as you're like getting closer to the wall, you're up against the wall. Greg is staring from in the pot. You see, he stands up, and he's wearing like a vest, kind of. You see, he kind of opens it and grabs something out of the pocket, and you see he pulls out a similar. You've seen it before. A small like bundle of what looks like copper wire.
I move
Greg goes into the pot immediately.
and starts rolling. It's gonna kind of rock for a second until it finally kicks off the side, and I start managing to poorly roll it into the hole.
but it's
You see, he grabs the end of it and he starts to like trace a rune in the air. And as he traces, the ball of copper stays still. And as he traces, he draws with the copper wire in the air. Before he gets to the very end and the ball is kind of gone. It's almost like a ball of yarn that's run out. And at the end of it, you all watch as the wall slowly becomes solid again and not translucent.
Let's go home. Greg
After
would like a
watching
nap.
the original guy teleport out, I would say some of the detail came back to my face, but after watching that, it's all gone again.
Take that door. Like, what if we take the key out of that door and then nail that door up?
let's.
Greg thinks we don't need this closet anymore.
You all step out of the great hall, and as the last of you get out, you hear the door boom, and it shuts.
Excellent.
Like,
We're
without
back
any
in
of you
the
touching it, it
I
shuts
like-
itself.
I like how all I had to do to piss this man off was call him ugly.
We are back at the apiary, yes.
Yes,
Yes.
you are all back at the apiary. The broom closet has shut, and anyone who looks watches the key that's in the door kind of disappear, like it falls into dust.
But it's like if it didn't dissipate itself, I was gonna take it out and say, Greg, break it.
Greg, eat this.
What was that?
You know that brick
Greg,
on
a
the
few
freeway?
Greg, like 2 days later, trying to pass a key because he trusted you.
What was that?
We were
That's what I wanted
entertainment.
to know. You told me I had to come with you, and all I got was some crappy Shakespeare.
I thought we were in for a fight. One I hoped for, and one that's been robbed from me many times before. That's
Hit
an
you
old
with the
ghost in
copper
my
wire,
past.
and we had to get off the boat because he hit you and it hurt a lot. That guy?
That wire is no joke. Yes, that's the same man.
Yeah, that's why I jumped off the boat before he hit me. Maybe next time Zavala should also jump off the boat before he hits her, and it won't hurt as much.
Great
Hearing Greg's like explanation, you see a lot of the like demon like rage come out of Tuvala and just good plan, dear. I'll have to think of that.
There we go. Greg's so helpful.
What does it mean? So this is what you were planning for this session, madman.
Yes. Congratulations, you've met the Traveling Fae Theater Group.
Great.
I'm a big fan. That was really cool. I enjoyed that.
We'll pick back
Not
up
a
here
fan.
in a few weeks. It is 12, and I was told that Bunny has to
like-
get off at 12.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to go get my brother, and then I have to get up for work in 5 hours.
Yeah, have fun. Bye. Leave. Goodbye. Okay, stream.
Adios.
We will see you in a few weeks. We won't be able to play next week as we are going to a convention. And then the week after that, we can play, but probably not, unfortunately, as Tara and I are traveling, and I'm working a regional event that weekend, so I probably won't be able to play. I know it's unfortunate, but we will for sure play the next week and catch back up here, and they can figure out what to do with all this new information. So thank you all for coming out. Thank you, Smokey, for the follow. I appreciate it. And thank you all for supporting the stream. We all greatly appreciate it here. But we'll see you in a few weeks. Bye-bye.